You may be a little confused right now and thinking, how on earth is my intuition dangerous? We're taught that intuition is this amazing compass that we should always follow, that it takes us on the right path and helps us make the right decisions. So how can it ever be dangerous? Well, you'll be surprised to know that your intuition can absolutely feel dangerous to your body and to your mind. And when it does, you can go into paralysis and self-sabotage, ignoring your intuition and refusing to do what it tells you. And that can have devastating consequences in your life and keep you from doing the things that you're meant to do and the things that are in your highest good. In this video, you'll discover why your intuition feels dangerous to your mind and to your body, and the simple 3-step process on what to do when your intuition feels dangerous. First, let's get into what intuition really is. Science and spirituality view intuition in different ways, and I'm more interested in the spiritual definition. From a science perspective, intuition is studied as a brain phenomenon, so it's seen as a phenomenon of the subconscious mind. But in spirituality, in spiritual traditions from all over the world, especially the shamanic worldview, intuition is actually seen as a heart phenomenon, and that's the way I like to see it, and that's the way that I view intuition. Here's how I define intuition. It's an inner knowing that is registered first at the level of the heart. Your heart is a very spiritually active organ, and it is much more sensitive to subtle energy than people actually realize. Your heart actually works in tandem with your energy system, the quantum energy system that surrounds your body, and it reads and receives information that is spiritual in nature and that's coming from outside of space-time. Your heart functions as a receptor, not just picking up subtle energy in tandem with your energy system, but also picking up messages from parts of you that are not flesh and bone. So I like to think of intuition really also as your soul talking to you. So really your heart hears the whispers of your soul and then turns those whispers into physical sensations and feelings that you can then think about and contemplate at the level of the mind. So now to the million-dollar question, how is your intuition dangerous? What intuitive nudges often do is they pull you towards taking action on something in your life. Your intuition is like a breadcrumb trail that your soul uses to lead you on the best path. Each intuitive ping tells you where to turn, what path to follow, and what direction to go in. But here's where things get fun but a little scary sometimes. Often your soul and your intuition will actually lead you to the edge of a proverbial cliff. And this is where intuition becomes dangerous. When your intuition tells you to go to the edge of a cliff and jump, your mind and your body can feel scared shitless of doing this. Now, what are these cliffs that your intuition sometimes wants you to jump off of? These are usually the big decisions in life where you have this strong inner pulling to do something, to make big changes, and these big changes cause you to feel very, very scared. Maybe it's leaving a toxic relationship that you know has run its course, or quitting a job that you hate, or changing careers into something completely new, or it could be moving places or even countries, or starting a new business. All these intuitions can feel like you're literally being propelled to jump off of a cliff. And when that happens, your biological system, your human self, starts to sound the alarms. These decisions, this jumping off of proverbial cliffs, this can feel very dangerous and life-threatening to your body. And so those alarms are going to go off as soon as your body, as soon as your mind senses that there may be something life-threatening, the alarms are going to go off and you're going to go into what's known as the fight or flight response, which is where your body goes into a stress response thinking that something life-threatening is happening. When your nervous system activates that fight or flight response, your body will go into a complete stress mode and it will perceive this intuition as something to be avoided instead of embraced. No freaking way! And when your nervous system activates and you go into that stress mode, you're going to be very resistant to taking action towards this intuition because it's going to be perceiving that something bad will happen if you do take action. Now, why is your body perceiving that an intuition is dangerous or life-threatening? The real reason why this is happening is because if you follow through on an intuition, especially a big intuition, and you take a big step, it's going to cause outer changes, huge outer changes. And really really what that's going to translate into is that you're going to have to walk into the unknown. And for better or worse, the biological part of you is averse to the unknown, and many times it prefers what's familiar over new experiences. New experiences can often feel dangerous or threatening to the biological system, to your body, to your flesh and bone. And this is really just a remnant of our evolution and our body's attempt to keep us safe at all times. So many times staying in an unsatisfying relationship or maybe in a job that you hate is preferable to the human part of you because at least it's comfortable and familiar. It may be familiar, and the body prefers many times familiar. That's better than going into the unknown and doing something new where you have no idea what the outcome is. Your mind will inevitably be asking, what if I'm worse off? So what can we do if our bodies and minds perceive our intuition as something dangerous? Follow these 3 steps. If this ever happens to you, just follow these simple 3 steps to get you out of this complicated bind. Step number 1 is baby steps. So instead of jumping off of that proverbial cliff all at once, sometimes it helps to take smaller steps towards a bigger action. This helps disarm any protection warning bells that your body or mind can set off as a survival mechanism. So let's take the example of you possibly leaving your job. Let's say you hate your job, but it pays well and you're doing something you're really good at. Instead of just walking into your boss's office and screaming, "I quit," and then tearing up the place on your way out, maybe you can start with small steps. You start to look into your interest and the things you'd love to do next. Maybe you send out some resumes or take an online course on how to start a business. Maybe you even start to make some money on the side with a side hustle you enjoy. Step 2, ask for timing. So contrary to popular belief, when you receive an intuition, it doesn't mean you have to act on it immediately. The more you feel a sense of urgency, the more you can actually put your body in that fight or flight response. So what you can do is when you receive an intuition, learn how to breathe, be at peace, stay calm, and ask the universe, be very vocal with the universe and ask the universe when it is time to ask on an intuition. Don't ever rush anything. The more you rush, the more you'll be putting your body in fight or flight, and that'll again give the signal that the intuition is dangerous. So take things slowly, ask for the timing to be shown to you, and the more at peace your body is, the easier it'll be to then act on the intuition when it's time. Step 3, pay attention to the signs. The universe is always talking to you. Your spirit guides are always talking to you. So pay attention to any signs or messages that you may be receiving about an intuition and on what steps to take next having to do with that intuition. Your guides are always available. They're always very eager to help you, especially when you ask for help. And that brings me to a pro tip. Remember that your guides cannot violate your free will. So if you want assistance, remember to ask for it and be very vocal. No spirit guide can violate free will, so they will not intervene in your life unless you ask for that assistance. So learn how to ask for help. Learn how to ask for help every day. Here's a mantra that I like to use. I give my spirit guides permission to help me for my highest good. The more you get used to doing this, the more your spirit guides and the universe will step in and send just a sequence of signs and messages that'll help you step and take action on any intuition that you receive and continue to help you to walk on your highest path, the highest path possible, in tune with your intuition and with what your soul is saying to you. Many times what our intuition does is it helps us actually find what's known as our life purpose. And if you feel like you're receiving big intuitions on your life purpose, check out this video here where you can learn what your life purpose is and how to find it in an effortless way. This helps disarm any protection mechanism. No. This helps. Oh my God!